At Bianchi Honda, we want to exceed your expectations for customer service. From our gorgeous showroom and accommodating staff to our extraordinary selection of Honda vehicles and industry-leading service department. Your vehicle should be the best choice for you, and you can find it here at Bianchi Honda. I'm Jason Perico, and I promise to always make it worth a visit.
Time now for the Gannon Golden Knights Coaches Show. He is head coach John Reilly. John, coach, for the last time, welcome.
My pleasure to be here.
Last time this season, I should say, but kind of a whirlwind year. I want to get into just the timeline of it all, but first let's take you back to Pitt Johnstown. It was a good performance. You welcomed that first round bye, and it looked like the guys were ready to go.
Oh, they're definitely ready, and Johnstown was probably playing as well as anybody in the league. As evidenced by their last two games, they popped a really solid Slippery Rock team, bad, by over 30, and then beat a Seton Hill team by, I think, 60. So that was coming in our game. So we knew we had to be ready, and they executed so well. And we did. We played very, very well. I think in the game we had about 42, 43 deflections. We stopped them down a stretch, and we had some very, very close games with them early, but we were able to, I think, win by 9 or 10. But it was a good all-around effort. I thought some guys came in off the bench, did a nice job. Jarrell Williams really started playing well down the stretch. Ian Gardner helped us. Joey Fustine. Hans Burwitz gave us a few decent minutes. So down the stretch of the season. So that was a good team win going into the Final Four.
You kind of knew every time I asked you about your bench that those were the minutes that those guys might see, or was it?
I don't know. I mean, you give them opportunities. They get opportunities every day in practice. I mean, the thing I'll say is, and I'll never back down from this, our best players played all year. Our best players played. And that's what any good coach is going to do. You're going to play your best players, and we did that. And obviously, we had an excellent bounce back year, and close to we could have won the league. I mean, it was that close. So hopefully we can get better and keep building.
Pitt Johnstown, they were coming off like a 112-point performance or something like that. Your defense stepped to the forefront. Were they hitting their shots still?
Johnstown executes so well, but we were able to limit their touches, and again, by all those deflections, we took away a lot of baskets that they normally would have had. Defensively, I thought this year, I don't think we ever, we were okay at times. That's an area that we have to definitely get better. But down the stretch, I thought we played a lot better collectively, defensively.
Are they further ahead offensively than some teams?
We are, yeah, we are. We were able to score a lot of points this year, and really in almost every game. I mean, a lot of times if you can score 70 more points, you got a great chance to win if you can hold them. But we didn't always hold teams as well as we have in the past. But again, I don't think there's any comparison. We shared the ball well this year, and we had a lot of guys that could make shots.
I don't know if we can call this team young. I mean, Jimmy Berger, a freshman, but he did not look like a freshman. He looked even less like a freshman when it came to the big moments.
Just a solid year. Played a lot of minutes. Court vision's good, and can definitely get better. You know, it's just, you know, we get him a little bit stronger, and because I think that'll help him defensively because he has very good defensive instincts. But he was, after the first couple games, well, after the first couple practices, he showed he was ready to play and be a major contributor.
And then it was on to Kutztown. You mentioned it. They're number 5 in the nation. You didn't mention that. I mentioned that. Number 5 in the nation. A great team. But all year you talked about the parity. That really came to the forefront in this game because, like you said, 2 minutes left, you were in control.
Well, we were. And the game still really hurts because it was right there for us. And our guys gave themselves a great opportunity. But again, we have to make plays, and there were plays to make, and for whatever reason, we just weren't able to. And sometimes it's as little as a bounce of a ball. I mean, I can still see, you know, we're up 2 in 16 seconds, and the ball bounces kind of funny. It looked like Matt Dogan's got a shot at it, and all of a sudden, you know, he falls, and they get the loose ball right in front of the bench, and that was a basket that ended up tying up the game. But there was a few other plays in there, and it's just sometimes you got to get a little lucky on top of making another free throw or getting another loose ball. But it's never there's plays cumulative throughout the game, I didn't think we finished the half particularly well. I think we were up 5, and before you know it, we go in at the half up only 1. So there's a lot of little plays here and there, but the bottom line is our guys gave themselves a chance, and so close, but yet so far.
Coach, you're never going to break a clipboard, but some efforts are better than others, and in a game like this, it's one where it's probably tougher because you can't even yell at anybody. Everybody gave their effort.
Well, it's not yet, and this thing's not about yelling at people. It's about just trying to get your team to have the best chance.
But if there was some egregious mistake that you could point to and go, okay, look, this changed the course of the game.
Right.
That was a mental lapse on your part. It sounds like it maybe wasn't necessarily that case.
No. Our guys really stuck together well all year, and really we played 28 games. Really had a chance to win every game, which says a lot about a group because we basically had to start over last year. We had to start over. And to be able to do that and actually have a chance to win the league says a lot about them. And it's just a shame because the area that I think we really have to improve on, and what does it mean, I'm not sure, but we have to be able to finish better in everything that we do because we could have won another 5 or 6 games. I mean, another free throw, one more stop, one less turnover. And it's just really understanding the moment, understanding the score and the situation. And of course, there's, in hindsight, maybe we could have ran something different because we had the ball, with a chance to win. And we ended up we thought we had an advantage with Damon Rod. We thought he could rip it and get by his man. Maybe a little bit of contact, but they're not going to call it at that point. And we had a chance, could have called time. I mean, there's a million different things. I mean, you can second guess all you want, but the bottom line is our guys gave themselves a chance to be a really good team, and was right there.
Coach, was it a matter at all of being gassed late?
No.
That's the easy explanation for people like
No. There's so many timeouts in the game. We're good enough to make the plays. I mean, we had 2 loose balls. We had them in our grasp. 1 offense rebound, and that's just great effort. Evan Phoenix, great effort, got an offensive rebound, and for whatever reason, their point guard made a good play on the ball, and then Damon Rod had one down there too. I mean, those guys wanted to play, and I just think when it went in overtime, it was a little bit more of a mental thing in the past, just because we had the game, but that shows how competitive it is. We've been in the Final Four 3 out of the last 4 years, and we won it 2 years ago. The year before was the same way. We were up with about 2, something pretty good. And Blaze ended up getting a technical foul on a play, and before you know it, we were scrambling, had a chance to win it in regulation, didn't, and ended up losing by 1 in overtime. So the league is good. I mean, those teams, it was a high level of basketball with IUP, Ship, us, and Kutztown, and I just really felt that we were good enough to win it, and again, our guys gave themselves an unbelievable opportunity to get to that championship game, because once you get to that championship game, anything can happen. We could have beat anybody out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would have expected Kutztown to go on to win. Shippensburg ended up being the champs, so I mean, of that Final Four, there's no surprise team there. If somebody goes on to win it, nobody's got their jaw on the ground.
No, and those 3 teams were all in the top 10 or 11 in the country. So it was a great tournament.
So that's where Gannon is headed, right? Things keep moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, we'd like to believe that. The league is so competitive, though. I mean, you could have a great team and get upset in the first round of the tournament. I mean, that could happen. I mean, so you don't ever know. That's why it hurts, because you're there with a chance. But we've got a great nucleus. You lose 3 seniors, but you lose one that was a major contributor. And Matt Dogan had a spectacular senior season. Manny Matei and Marcus Jones were hurt most of the year, but you have some really good players back, and we've got to get some other guys developed so that they can help us, and then we're going to bring in a couple. So I'm excited about it.
You'll be thankful for this. Last bench question of the year. In a tournament, traditionally your teams, is that about the size of the bench anyways?
What do you mean
what
in terms
you're working with in this PSAC tournament?
In terms of what? In terms of guys you play?
Fusting,
No, every year's different. Every year's different. our team in 08, 09, our bench was better than most team starters. We could play anybody. There's just so much parity in the league. I mean, IUP doesn't play very many guys. Shit really doesn't play that many guys. Kutztown really doesn't play that many guys. Sometimes you can play too many, and it can mess up the flow. But it's game by game, it's practice by practice, it's year by year. It always changes. What you want for your bench to make you play them. That's what you want, and they make you play them through an understanding of what you're trying to do on the court, defensively, offensively, and a lot of that is having so many new guys in the program, and it's hard for high school guys to come in and play right away. I don't care what high school program they come from, because the intensity level is much different. This season is much longer. There's no games. Most of these high school guys, or even junior college guys, they come in where when they play in these leagues, there's 6, 7, 8, 9 games where you just show up and you know you're going to win. That's not the case here. We really didn't have one game where, I mean, we had to compete for every game, and in 20 games we fought like crazy, and as well as our exhibition games, our scrimmage games. So hopefully you learn from that. It's a fine line, and if you're a player, you figure it out, and you figure out what you have to do, because it's not, skill level is one thing, but then it boils down to toughness, grit, will, competitiveness, knowledge. You know, we had a guy a couple years ago, Mark Dembski. You know, it's interesting. When we signed him, I had a bunch of nasty emails, which I don't pay a lot of attention to that. I usually, please stop. Please stop. Okay. You know, because most of them I just delete anyways. But I saved these. I put them in his file because they were telling me, "Oh my God, hey, congratulations, Coach Reilly. You beat out 15 Division III players for him." And you know what? He was the same guy that when we were in the Elite Eight at Central Missouri, and our best player, Kyle Goldcamp's in foul trouble in the first half, we put Mark Dembski in, and we go in the halftime with a lead, just because of Mark Dembski, because he understands the game. And he was a wonderful player in our program. Shame he really couldn't play a senior year. Just he had back issues the whole way. He had him in high school. But we're looking for a certain type of guy. We're looking for a certain type of culture person. Because if we get those people, we can win at a high level and at a national level.
He's John Reilly, Gannon Golden Knights Coaches Show. Just generally, you can be brief with this if you want, but looking at the way the year played out, I remember meeting, we talked about 2 games that you missed. Did those actually matter? Then it moved on, and the next phase in my mind is the win streak, is building up and going on that win streak, and you saying, well, I'm not sure how we won those games. And then all goes back to, was it last year or 2 years ago? There were like 9 games that you guys won or lost by 1 to 4 points or something. That's just how your team's talking.
Well, yeah, I mean, we really try to guard. Everybody knows we're going to play hard, so we're going to get everybody's best game. It's always been that way, and I'm fine with that. We have great tradition, and we're not running away from that. But this team progressed very nicely. And again, it's a credit to them. Our first scrimmage was at Finley. They knocked us around pretty good. Finley's an NCAA tournament team. And from that first scrimmage, which was after the first week, to our last game, it's really amazing. And again, the credit goes to them. They were very coachable, and they did a great job of getting themselves ready to play every game and accepting coaching, being willing to be coached, and just doing the right thing. So we want to finish this year. We have a couple weeks off, and then we just want to do some skill work, whatever the NCAA allows us to do. Maintain study hall and really get back in the weight room. We've got to get back in there. We've got to get stronger. And then we've got to do some agility things. We've just got to get a little bit better foot speed. And, you know, then we just want to add a couple pieces. But the main pieces are here, and we want to just try to get the skill level better. If we can dribble, pass, and shoot it a little bit better, it will really help us.
Is it important for you to set the tone after this loss, how you want your players looking at it going into next year?
Most definitely. Most definitely. We'll meet with them next week. Coach Scuzzo and Coach Stark are hitting on the road. They'll head out to Illinois today. I'll head down to the Maryland, D.C. area with a couple guys that we're just working on finishing up with. And we'll probably meet with them later next week. And just kind of give them a blueprint and get a map for how we want to go about trying to improve. And we like our guys. We like them, but we want them to get better. We have to get better. We can't stay the same because everybody else is going to get better. And we want to be a good team next year.
So sometime in April, we'll be able to discuss next year's roster, right?
You hope. I mean, signing. We anticipate signing a couple on signing date. We already have one in now that sat out this year. Frank Webb. He transferred in from West Virginia State, and we feel Frank will be a good player in our program. And then we're going to bring in at least 2 or 3 more. We do have commitments out of some, but I don't want to say anything until we get that done. But the most important thing that we can do is get the guys that are with us right now better. If we can get them better, it's going to really help us. And the most important thing is their want to. If their want to and willingness is great, it's going to really help our program.
Coach John Reilly, after a 2017 season that, man, I remember you coming in, and there was something you said early on that I knew that you thought this team could be very special. And clearly, I think that we can agree that they ended up being.
They were, no doubt. And, I think it's a team, Jimmy's not here, but I think it's a team Jimmy LaCourse would have really liked. Because, again, they found a way to win close games, and they never gave in. And even with some tough losses, they always were able to bounce back. And hopefully they got a taste of it. Because that's what our previous teams, when they've come back and won the league, that's what they had. They had a taste of it the year before, and that was always kind of in the back of their mind of why they're doing what they're doing. And we're hoping that this group can follow in the footsteps of those other teams.
Well, hey, you made Erie proud. You made us proud. Thank you for Shawnee Mikuchi. It's been a really fun season, so we appreciate your time, Coach. And as always, we look forward to next year.
Thanks, Alex. We do too.